yet another new Switch, and we might be getting the hero very soon in this new Leak Speak. Blocked content. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today, because today is a very special day. You're going to be getting about 3-for-1 deal in this episode. It's super fun, because today we not only get to have a look at when the hero supposedly releases, and that can be very soon, and I mean like within hours soon, so we get to talk about that. There's another newcomer that people are talking about now that's very strange and that actually could be happening. It's in some sort of like rumor, so I want to talk about that because it's like 4.50 update, and there's a new Nintendo Switch coming. And now, you guys know the Nintendo Switch Lite just has been revealed, and we know that it's coming. We know how it looks. But on the website, there's another Switch that people are kind of neglecting, so there's a little bit of information there, and I want to share it with all of you. So happy that everybody has been joining us today for our Leak Speak discussion. Also, we just released a new Battle Quotes episode, so go and watch that if you haven't already. And for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are, of course, giving away 3 Piranha Plant plushies, the cutest plant boys you'll ever find. Remember to like this video, give it a thumbs up, then subscribe to Blocked Content, and comment down below to enter for the giveaway at 50k. I can't wait for you guys to hug them. All right, let's get into this. So firstly, I wanted to start with this Dragon Quest hero thing, because I just basically got sent this and I had to kind of look up the origin of the image, but it's this image that we're talking about, and it's basically a YouTube video from Nintendo, which looks sort of official, but is of course super easy to fake, which says, YouTube Nintendo Super Smash Bros. Ultimate new content approaching Nintendo Switch. And the image shows the stage for the hero, and then version 4.0, and then the hero himself as artwork, and then a few screenshots and the logo from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and a couple of these screenshots we'll get into because there's a little bit something off about this, but first of all, the idea here, ultimately this came from 4chan, where it was basically said by Anonymous, enjoy the update at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that's super strange. Since then, the topic has been locked. People have been, saying, you're just dropping this on us. We have no idea if this is real. So enjoy the update at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So that could be just in a few hours now, which is insane, which is crazy, because it's super soon. It also really makes sense because everyone was kind of rumoring it to be around the 17th, right? When it will kind of unleash upon the world, a little bit like they did with Joker 2. I believe that was back in April. So very interesting. And then the other line says, new Final Fantasy VII tracks are incoming, which to me is crazy strange because of course we only have the 2 tracks, and Square isn't really playing ball all that much with having Cloud and Smash and then adding another bit of content to it, more music or more something like even a little bit more than just 2 spirits from Cloud. So new Final Fantasy VII tracks are supposedly coming to the game, which would be crazy cool because that franchise has so many good tracks to choose from. And of course, the composer also did the Super Smash Bros. Brawl theme, the Holy Famo. So I would love to see some more love for Final Fantasy in there. And Final Fantasy VII specifically has some great music. I would love to hear One Winged Angel in Smash Brothers. So he says, still no Geno costume. Still no Geno costume in this, which could bode well for a lot of people saying Geno is coming to Super Smash Bros. As a DLC fighter, but he's not part of the Fighters Pass. He's like a bonus that you get for free. I want to, tear that one down very soon and kind of dive into what people are saying about Geno and where that information comes from. But we discussed Geno like a day ago, so it's not yet time. But something big may be happening for him, is what this leak says. So still no Geno costume, but something big may be happening for him. So there's this picture that shows the hero, that shows basically a YouTube thumbnail, right? And these screenshots that I talked about, these screenshots are just from the official Super Smash Bros. Ultimate website. So this is nothing new, no new information. It's the same kind of style that they really did for Joker. And of course, jumping a new Nintendo Directy thing on us makes sense, because they did do that with Joker, and it was like, no big fuss. It was like, oh yeah, here's the character. By the way, here's how the character plays and some more information. But it wasn't hyped up as a big Nintendo Direct or anything. And I think they'll probably do the same thing, because the big reveal here was that the character was revealed at E3. And the big other reveal was, of course, Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash Bros. In that Fighter's Pass as well. So I think they already have their big moment there. And they're just dropping this out of the blue, kind of like a ghost drop. And they're basically saying, hey, here it is. Here's the character. Enjoy it. Choose your favorite hero and enjoy the music tracks and everything that's coming with it. So update 4.0 to me would sound like there's not just a character coming, but a whole slew of other things. And with other things, I think it's very safe to assume that we might be getting the home run contest as a game mode. It's been long overdue. I actually really am looking forward to playing a little bit of that game mode. When Stage Builder came out, I was super excited, and fans and players have been doing incredible things within Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Stage Builder. But it's when Home Run Contest drops and stuff like, break the targets or board the platforms, that we can really see the skill level and the creativity of people, with the movesets of the characters and stuff like that. So having other world records to set within this home run contest with all these crazy cool characters like Incineroar and, all the newcomers that came here with the DLC too, I think it's going to be very exciting. So that's what I hope for the 4.0 update. As far as this goes, I'm not really sure. It really feels too good to be true to be playing Smash and to be playing a newcomer in a few hours. But of course, it's happened in the past, so I would leave the door open for this to just be a possibility. So I'm actually very excited for the hero. I think the stage looks great, and the character has a really fun, interesting move set with all those, changing of the special moves. So very curious for that. So the other leak that I wanted to talk with you guys about before we head into that brand new Nintendo Switch, the OG thing that has like all this change coming to it, I want to talk with you guys about something called the Smash Ultimate 4.500 leak. And this person is just posting a picture of a character that some of you guys might know and saying, "Hello, I work at Sora Limited as a lead programmer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know English very well as I've studied it for years. I cannot give away my identity as I can't lost my job. I can't lose my job, I think is what he means. So I will remain anonymous. Sakurai has decided to add Twinbee from Twinbee and Lemrace from Puyo Puyo for the last Fighter's Pass characters." And I'm sorry if I already start to giggle here, but it's just funny. It's just ridiculous. From the last Fighter's Pass characters, as he decided to add in characters from obscure franchises to draw attention to them and be unexpected. He's also adding in a new mode with 4.0.0, which is a new story mode. There aren't any cutscenes or dialogue, but everything is explained through text. It will have much more character interaction and development than World of Light, as Sakurai listened to the complaints that World of Light had. It is also quite similar to Subspace Emissary. It is a more traditional platformer as opposed to a platformer fighter. As for 5.0.0, Sakurai has decided not to add a new mode. This will instead add many new features to the stage builder, as well as fix many bugs relating to it. That's it for this leak. I hope that these new features sound fun and interesting, and will provide updates if there ever are any, which at this point in development seems unlikely, but there still may be more updates to the situation. See you next time. Now, let's break down what this person is saying, because there's a whole lot of holes in this thing, but there's also some interesting stuff to be gleaned from it. Because to me, if you're talking about a story mode update, an adventure mode update, I don't think that it's going to happen for this game. I think that they market it, World of Light, I think that has the cutscenes. That's the game that you bought. So I don't think they'll do something like this. I think that if they wanted to do a big subspace kind of thing, they will save it for the next Super Smash Brothers. I mean, that's just logic, and that's just marketing, and that's just, money business. So the idea of having another story mode, I don't think is possible. What I do think is possible is, of course, adding new spirits, adding new stuff to the game board of World of Light. I think it's possible, to dive into a new dimension, to explore all these new characters that we have through the DLC. Maybe a place that looks a little bit like Spiral Mountain on the World of Light board. Stuff that looks very much like the Persona franchise, and a couple of Dragon Quest things, and maybe for the other fighters too. So I'm curious if they're gonna do some sort of update to story mode, but I don't think that it's gonna be something similar to Subspace Emissary. We can theorize about Subspace and about a adventure mode that basically has all these platforming levels again, and they're saying it's not a platform fighter, it's just a traditional platformer. I don't think that would be all that interesting for Super Smash Brothers, especially if you have characters that are not really built for platforming, but just for fighting. I mean, just think about like Incineroar as a character. I've mentioned him before in the video, but it's like super strange to have some characters, be more horrible at certain things. So I think that the game was balanced for fighting. I think something as an adventure mode should be balanced for that as well. So doesn't have my vote there. Also, the idea of someone working at Sora Limited as a lead programmer for Smash Ultimate, I think Sora Limited doesn't have employees. They hire companies to do it, and I think Sora Limited is just basically Sakurai and his wife, who does like the menu designs and stuff like that. I'm not sure about that, but people have been saying this. So really curious if you guys have any more information about that, but it seems kind of unlikely. And of course, knowing English very well, then hiding a few, different things in the text, but still saying stuff like, that's it for this league. Things like jargon that we've been saying for the longest time. So to me, yeah, this is, and I'm not just gonna touch the character, because I think Puyo Puyo, great game, a lot of fun, and probably one of the best sellers for the Nintendo Switch. I've been playing the demo for the longest time now, and it's the most fun, like, casual experience that the Switch has for sure. I don't think that character is a main character of the game. I think there's many more crazy cool characters you can choose from it, and also I don't think that game needs any sort of promotion, because it's already doing really well, and I think that people would be very angry if a character like that got in over, another big mascot character, like a Crash or a Master Chief or whoever. I think that if they do this obscure, even more obscure than someone like Mr. Game & Watcher Rob, yeah, that wouldn't really go over well, and it's not in Sakurai's blood to do something like that. For like this big DLC, like the spotlight's on him, he doesn't want to touch this. So I'm willing to not take that back ever. I think that this is not going to happen in the slightest. Now, thanks to my buddy Tom, we have some more information about Nintendo Switch, because this actually comes from a Reddit thread and official Nintendo website. Now, this is really crazy. I didn't think that anything like this would ever just be out there and no one would be talking about it. But basically the thread says, Nintendo announced a new model of the original Switch, and a few bullet points here, of course, detailing some new information, but all this information is basically on Nintendo's website. You can go to nintendo.com/switch/compare, and you can actually look up this information. It's super strange. So the bullet points basically say the new model have a product serial number starting with XKW as opposed to XAW, as listed on the Compare Switch page on Nintendo's website. And of course, that, differentiates it, says it's basically a new print, a new model of the Nintendo Switch. The new HAC1 Switch models have a battery life of about 4.5 or 3 to 9 hours compared to original models 2.5 to 6.5 hours. So yes, the new models have a lot longer battery life. They seem to have figured some stuff out with this too. And it says units will appear in store shelves starting August in North America and September in Europe. So pretty quickly too. So you can actually see this as sort of a reprint or, a hardware revision where, the main product is just getting a little bit better, but it's not getting better in the sense that they want to remarket it, that they want to, repackage it. Well, they sort of repackage it. They say the boxes for these new units will also have a new look. So it will be slightly more streamlined and simple. In addition to 2 new sets of Joy-Cons, they have been announced, sold separately of course, as a blue neon yellow and a purple neon orange. So super fun to see all this new Nintendo Switch stuff just from the original website. A lot of information that people just gloss over, but it's here, it's been updated, and now we know that there is a more substantial update to Nintendo Switch. So if you don't already have a Nintendo Switch, and you're now your choice is basically between the Nintendo Switch Lite or this new version that basically nobody has. So that's pretty crazy cool. I think that it gives a lot more weight to getting that big original Switch version that you can hook up to your TV. And the idea that it lasts 4.5 to 9 hours, it states on the website, that's so awesome, because to me, I play my Switch mostly handheld, so this would definitely be an option for me if I didn't own a Switch already. I'm not just gonna get another one that's super similar to the one I have. If I'm gonna get another one, I think the Switch Lite makes the most sense, because that could be my on-the-go thing, and then my OG Switch could be the at-home thing. But it's super interesting to have that revision here on the website, and nobody's really talking about it, so thank you, Tom, for sending this my way. Because, yeah, we talk about all sorts of things leaks, and this kind of slipped through the cracks. So, really curious what you guys think of both the Super Smash Bros. Leaks, both of them, and this really strange but awesome news that there is a Nintendo Switch OG revision that no one has seemed to really notice all that much. So, thank you guys. I'd love to hear what you think of this. Let me know in a comment down below, because if you comment, you could be featured in our next video. And today's comment question is, when do you think we will be playing as the hero? So let me know in the comments when you think we'll be playing as the Dragon Quest character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As for our previous comment question, it comes from Jacob Tidwell saying, "Gonna be completely honest here, I'm not a Geno supporter. I mean, he's a cool character, but a fighter in Smash? He's from a more obscure game that appeared over 20 years ago and was only a side character. I'd rather have Toad or Captain Toad, Waluigi, and even Birdo in Smash over Geno. Although, again, I don't hate the character and I wouldn't mind him in Smash. I just think that there's a lot more better pick for Mario. But if he does get in, I'm going to be happy for all his fans. Plus, he's a spirit, and while they don't deconfirm fighters just yet, I'm still spectacle. Although if that does allow Shantae, Viridi, Bandana, Waddle Dee, and Rayman to get in, then that'd be great." Well, Jacob, thank you so much for sending in your comment. A lot of interesting information here. You're not a Geno supporter, but you do really want a lot of Mario characters in there. That's probably why, right? You think that there's a lot of Mario characters that have to get in over Geno. I don't necessarily agree. I think that Geno is it's the like banjo-kazooie or King K. Rool thing or Ridley thing, where it's a fan favorite and it just needs to get in for them to have their thing, right? And I think that there's a lot of Mario characters that are gonna be in Smash. Not this one, but definitely the next one. I don't know if it's gonna be Birdo. I don't know if it's gonna be Waluigi or Toad, but it's gonna happen. So don't worry, you will probably get your wish very soon. And of course, thank you so much for sending in your comments. They're always a ton of fun to go through. And to all of you guys on Patreon who make blocked content possible. Thank you so much. And we've actually just started a new show, Battle Quotes. So if you want to support that show and the creation of it, and of course make sure that we can make more of those episodes, and maybe even get your own ideas of that show become episodes, it's super simple. Just join us on patreon.com/blockedcontent, and from even $1 a month, you can support us in the biggest way possible. So there's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, just join us. Click that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications, so every time we upload a new video, bam, you'll just get it right there on your screen. All the news and fun you care about will be delivered to you daily. And we try and do a lot more uploads these days. So we do both battle quotes and League Speak episodes and all the other stuff that you care about. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya.